If you have been following what's going on since Donald Trump was re-elected President of the United States of America, and you see Donald Trump on a daily basis going after different countries, you saw him going after China, Mexico, and Canada. And if you're in the Caribbean thinking that there's no way Donald Trump is going to go after any island in the Caribbean, after all, the Caribbean region is too small. Well, you have a next guest coming, because Donald Trump is now targeting different Caribbean islands, asking the prime ministers of these islands if they would accept deportees from other countries. That is crazy. Let's talk about it.
In other news, Bahamas has rejected a proposal from Donald Trump's upcoming administration to take in deported migrants, as the next president of the United States remains adamant on his stance to slash immigration in the U.S. Notably, Trump's team has carved out a list of countries to which it wants to deport migrants when their home countries refuse to accept them. NBC News has reported this, but the Bahamas, an island nation set in the Atlantic Ocean, said it had reviewed and firmly rejected the plan. Prime Minister Philip Davis's office said his government had received a proposal from the Trump transition team to accept deportation flights of migrants from other countries. Trump has always linked the rise in crime, security issues, and law and order concerns to the influx of immigrants in the U.S. during his election rally. Trump laid out a stark vision for his first days in office, if re-elected, with policy proposals hinged on mass deportations.
So just imagine with me for a second. You are the Prime Minister of Bahamas. You're in your office one day and the secretary comes to you and say, Mr. Prime Minister, we have a call from Donald Trump transition team. And you go on that call and speaking with Donald Trump is asking you if you would accept deportees, like illegal immigrants from the United States, if you would agree to accept them to be a part of your citizen in Bahamas. And just imagine the Prime Minister saying, well, if there are some of our citizens that are illegal in America, we will accept them. And Donald Trump said to you, like, nah, we're talking about people from Venezuela, we're talking about people from Mexico, we're talking about people from China, like, not your people. We want you to accept people from different countries as immigrants to your country. This is what we're proposing. And not just that, after all that Donald Trump has said about the illegal immigrants that are coming to America, let's take a look. If we forgot what Donald Trump said about illegal immigrants, let's take a look.
Any idea where these people are coming from? And we know they come from prisons. We know they come from mental institutions, insane asylums. We know they're terrorists. Nobody has ever seen anything like we're witnessing right now. It is a very sad thing for our country. It's poisoning the blood of our country. It's so bad. And people are coming in with disease. People are coming in with every possible thing that you can.
Yes, so that is crazy to me. After saying all of that about illegal immigrants coming into the United States of America, the audacity now to be calling small Caribbean islands like Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Grenada, like to call islands that the average population is like 300,000 in those islands. And for Donald Trump to call those islands, asking the prime ministers to accept illegal immigrants from America that is not even from those islands, that is crazy. That is crazy to me. And I know the crazy thing is that this is not the first something like this would have happened. I think it was a little bit over a year ago in the UK, the refugee crisis in the UK, and the prime minister at the time did not want to have the refugees from places like the Middle East, from certain countries in Africa. And the prime minister of the UK at the time struck a deal with Rwanda, and the prime minister of the UK paid the government of Rwanda millions of pounds to relocate those asylum seekers to Rwanda and to get them into the Rwanda society, to get them there as like citizens or residents of that society. The British government paid a lot of money for that. And I remember at the time, they came under a lot of criticism, both the British government and the Rwandan government, because people in Rwanda and people across the continent of Africa was saying, like, why would Rwanda do that? Why would you take refugees that the UK want to just pass off to you? So this seemed to be something similar to that. Like behind closed door, like Donald Trump is trying to strike a deal to pay off a few Caribbean islands to take illegal immigrants. And that is just wild because, as I said, like the things that he said about the immigrants that were coming from Venezuela, that were coming from El Salvador, that were coming from different countries, and then you spent pretty much 2 years talking about how evil and how bad these people are, and now you're trying to pass them on to small Caribbean islands. Like, I don't know, that is just crazy. And I'm wondering, like, the Prime Minister of Bahamas rejected the offer and said, no, like, we don't have the facilities for this. We don't have the infrastructure to take illegal immigrants from America in Bahamas. And good for him for standing up and saying hell no to that, you know. And we have not heard yet what the response from Panama. We have not heard the response from Turks and Caicos or from Grenada. And I'm wondering, like, if there's any other Caribbean islands that were asked about the same thing, like Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica, but they have not yet said anything. It's going to be very interesting to follow this and to see what's going on, because it seems like Donald Trump is really, really serious about mass deportation, about deporting tens of millions of people back to their country, but not only back to their country, to countries, trying to get countries to accept them. Because from what they're saying is that there are places like Venezuela, places like different countries that will not even accept their own people coming back in the country. So that's why they're trying to pass them onto the Caribbean now. But this is wild to me. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know what you think. Do you think that this is crazy? And do you think that there are any of the Caribbean islands that are going to say, you know what, we'll take some of these people? And if so, what's going to be the repercussion? How would you feel anywhere in the Caribbean you're from, whether you're from Trinidad, Jamaica, St. Vincent, Barbados, wherever in the Caribbean you're from? Would you agree to your government taking on illegal immigrants from the USA because Donald Trump said that, okay, I'll pay you to take some of these immigrants? Sound off in the comment section and let me know what you think about this topic. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as